Okay guys, time to get my skills up to date and live up to this award. And so, let the challenge begin.
Over your skin you can see it beat.
I'm going to start off with the Chopin I was showing you guys last week. So I'm going to start off with only right hand practice. So with this practice, you'll be looking at getting the correct notes, having good articulation, and in this case for this etude, always using my arm to push out to reach really big leaps. And you can see here, when I couldn't make the leap, I practiced it over and over again. You can see here that I'm using my arm a lot because in this exercise and my small hands, I need to use it in order to reach the notes. So you do this right hand practice throughout the whole piece until you get to the end. Now do the same for your left hand. As always, remember to get the correct notes, even if it means you have to stop and redo. I have already mentioned this before, but using your arm to help with big leaps is very important for etudes and studies. And a big tip is remember to wear your contacts the night before or wear glasses. Make sure you're able to see the score because it's a big problem in practicing. I mostly now rely on muscle memory and remembering how it feels like to play the piece if I didn't have eyes. It's a great way to memorize and a great way in general to feel the music as you play. Now, I only completed 2 of the pages because you should separate your practice into sections as according to the song. So I'm going back to the beginning of the piece and then going through the first 2 pages with my right hand again. Now, once you're comfortable with doing separate hands, now you can do it together. Both hands together, starting from the beginning of the piece. Remember to take breaks in between your pieces if it takes a toll on your hands, and just do hand exercises and just do nothing and then reflect on what you need to do. So I completed my 2 pages and that's it for today, or for this piece at least. And now I'm going to play you guys Bella Bartok's Romanian Christmas carols. It's a fun piece to play because it's quite simple, but they say it's really complex, which I can see why, but yeah, enjoy. This is the first movement. So as usual, I'll be going through the piece like a run through, and then I'll go into each movement because this song has 10 movements, so I'll be going through each movement by itself. And we made it to the end! And yeah, just to like make you guys see how rubbed off my music is, it's very hard to see. Really should get new music. Now, because I feel like I'm using muscle memory to remember how I should really play this piece, it's easier on the second time I go through the movement because I start to get like how I should really move my fingers and what are the notes. See, it gets better. Also, when I'm practicing separate hands, I also like to sing the melody if I'm playing left hand only, because it's much more fun and you start to hear what is important and what should be kept quiet later on. And that's the end of the first movement. Just kidding. You just keep practicing until you get it. Now it's the end of the first movement. Perfect. I feel like this movement was the hardest to get back together because it was a bit more complex than the other ones, and I feel like when I played this before I always had like the wrong notes, so I had to fix them up again. Can't rely on muscle memory on that. I love my dad giving me moral support in the background, but really, it's not okay. And that was the end of the second movement. So in case you guys didn't know, I was only showing you guys the movements I found the hardest to deal with, and that was movement 1, 2, and 8. Yeah, because these are the most important ones, the most important movements that stand out. There was a particular line that I always had trouble in movement 8, and all I wanted to get perfect was the voicing and making sure the chords were being played together. And this is the final run of movement 8.